Hey everyone, Sirturmund here. And today is the new expansion and I'm so excited. All these champions look very fun. Now, note the difference. They're fun. I don't know if they're actually good. If you take a look at the list of the decks that players are bringing to the top 16 of Worlds, everybody's bringing Aatrox. Aatrox is actually the most popular deck that you're going to see this weekend at Worlds. However, what is missing? There's no Ryze, there's no Kayle. Not a single person brought Kayle or Ryze to the World Championship, which makes me very sad. So today and tomorrow, we're going to start with those two champions. Today we're going to showcase Ryze, and tomorrow we're going to showcase Kayle, because I'm sure you're going to be tired of all the Aatrox that you're going to see as people start to net deck our World qualified players, right? The first deck I'm going to showcase today is one that I showcased yesterday in my deck recommendation, and it's kind of like a Ryze Elise control Shadow Owl idea, right? So the idea is that the Ryze plus Shadow Owl package allows you to keep yourself alive long enough to actually get to that Ryze win condition. And also, you also get access to Glints, which is a premium draw in this type of deck. So let's go through the whole deck. Aristocrat, 3 Elise, 2 minions. These are the only units that we play aside from Ryze, and they're very good chump blockers. Obviously, Aristocrat summons a Spiderling, Elise can summon a Spiderling, and the minion continuously keeps coming back into your hand. I went down to 2 minion compared to 3 because it was clogging up my hand a little bit too much. I think 2 is fine. Obviously, you're trying to keep yourself alive by having all these chump blockers to chump block some of the opponent's attack. Note that we do have a hard time blocking Fearstones though, so Fearstones might be a little bit too difficult for what we want to do with this deck. Then from Shadow Owls, the other things that we're getting are Quietus, Bile Feast, 2 Black Spears, 2 Whales, Triple Vengeance, and 1 Ruination. So as you can see, these are all control tools that allow us to get rid of the opponent's unit. In Quietus, you can get rid of their equipment to slow them down and give you the time that you need to actually enable Ryze and be able to win the game. Then we talk about the Ryze package. We have 2 Piltover Telstones, and really the main card that I'm trying to do here is Aftershock. It's very good against Seraphine decks, for example, and it can sometimes also stop an opposing Ryze player in certain situations. We play double 3 Sisters for the Flash Freeze, but you can also use it for the Entomb or the Fury of the North in certain situations. Triple Time Trick for that draw and the Predict, so that we can predict delve into the past and be able to actually play them. Triple Deep Meditation is such a premium card in this deck because very often you're using multiple delve to the past, and then the Deep Meditation has a good chance of drawing you more of those. It is very specific at drawing you your spells, which is why I like it compared to the Anakaboros. We are going down to 2 Anakaboros because a lot of times my board is full to actually take advantage of the spawn, and I actually prefer Deep Meditation as it draws me specifically 2 spells, while Anakaboros could potentially draw me Minion, Elise, or Aristocrat if I don't want to see them that soon. And then finally, we have the big boy himself, which is Ryze. And now, honestly, I've been playing a lot of Ryze since the expansion came out. You're only going to see like 6 games into this video, but I probably played already like over 15, almost close to 20 games with Ryze. And he's not as strong as like Aatrox or Bane or Seraphine when they came out, but I also don't think he's bad. I think it's just that it's very difficult to play him and understand when you need to use this stuff and when you can afford to draw and play your war runes. And then unfortunately, there is also some RNG involved, because some of the runes are a lot better at allowing you to survive early and getting you to your game plan than the other ones. If you're playing Ryze, usually I'm looking for the Shard or Balance so that I can have extra draw every time I play a Shard, and looking for the Shard or Reverence. Usually those are the 2 best ones, because the Reverence gives you the extra 2 spell mana that you're spending every time you use a Delve into the past. So you want the extra mana or you want the extra draw. The other ones are not bad by any means. They're also really good, but they're more specific to certain situations. Obviously, the Shower Betrayal is really good if the opponent has a lot of low health units that you can kill right away. The Shower Hope is really good at healing your Nexus. Let's say that you're going against aggro, right? So against aggro, Betrayal and Hope are both really good because you can remove the opponent's board or just heal your Nexus. And then the Shower Madness is actually probably the 3rd best one after Reverence and Violence, because the Madness gives you the stun, which is the Rune Prison, that allows you to actually survive against like all the Aatrox stacks, Banes, Kayn, etc., and keep units alive. So my priority when I'm looking for the shards, I'm looking for violence, reverence, madness, and then hope and betrayal. Obviously, your order is going to change depending on the matchup that you're going against. But it really sucks sometimes when you have like a, let's say like I'm going against aggro, and I use the shard, and I don't get the betrayal or the hope, right? When I really want these cards, I never get them. Same way, right? When you're looking for the other ones, you never get them either. So just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, it's really important that you understand when to play this. And then it's also really important when you want to play Ryze. One thing I found out as I play more Ryze is that you do want to have Ryze very early on. Because if you don't have Ryze on the board early on, you only have 6 Delve into the Past total in your whole deck. Ryze is the only thing that lets you add more of those, allowing you to be able to actually get them and be able to finish up the game with Ryze. Obviously, be careful when you play Ryze though, because if your opponent has a way to remove the Ryze, then you probably don't want to play him. But it's really hard to wait until Ryze levels up, because then that means that you're drawing 3 out of the only 6 delves that you have into your deck, which doesn't happen very often. So don't be afraid to drop Ryze sometimes early on, just so that you can create more Delve into the Past in your deck. But that's some of my advice that I have with Ryze. Having a lot of fun with the champion. I found that this deck to be a little bit better than the Mono Shurima that I shared yesterday, and also better than the Twisted Fate version that I shared yesterday as well. So if you're looking for a Ryze deck to try out, just try this out. It gives you enough stalling tool to actually be able to win the game. And sometimes you're gonna lose to RNG, you know, if you don't get enough Delve into the Past. It happens, but sometimes you can just high roll the opponent and just finish games so quickly in turn 7, 8, or earlier. So yeah, so hope you enjoyed the games today. Sorry I spoke a lot. I think Ryze is a very complicated champion, so I hope some of my advice actually helped you out. Enjoy the games today, and if you do, make sure to stick to the end of the video where we do some mulligan tips, and you can also like this video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. See you all in a little bit. In this matchup, we're going against Aatrox Akshan. Honestly, Aatrox is by far the best champion of the 3 new champions, so this is going to be a little bit scary. I like the fact that we have double Delve into the Past in our hand already. Vengeance is not bad for the Aatrox. Opponent only mulligan 1 card, so it's a good chance they have the action. Iron Akaboros is not great. You want the Iron Akaboros later into the game. I do like the fact that we can go ahead and start having 2 shards already though. That's pretty good. You can get a lot of value from the shards once you start stacking them up. The problem is that we have to wait until like turn 4 to actually use them. We also don't get any early blockers like Elise or my aristocrats or even the minion. So it's gonna be a little bit problematic, and we might take a little bit too much damage. Okay. Okay, Battlefield is not bad. Battlefield is not bad. I just need to not take damage. Okay. Oh, whoa, okay. This is great. This is good. This is good so far. This is very good so far. Maybe opponents worry about Quietus. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. We wanna take the draw this time around. We're gonna get to draw again next turn. We're gonna take the 3, which is rough, but it is what it is. I'm wondering why opponent went with the Devout. What did they have Devout in their deck? I guess they have equipment, right? They must have an equipment here. Unfortunately, I don't have Quietus. Yeah, there it is. Unfortunately, I don't have Quietus, right? Otherwise, that would get punished. The question here is, do I go for the Battle Piece now? I think I have to go for the Battle Piece now and just block that. Yeah, we didn't get we could get a second Battle Piece here, right? We have 2 draws. We have the natural draw plus the draw from the shard activating. Or we can always have Iron Akaboros on turn 5 as well to kind of help us out, or we can just play the minion. I think because we have Iron Akaboros, I actually want to do this one instead, and we even get spell mana to kind of go with it. So now we have pretty much the 2 best shards to start off with, right? So we got the 2 best ones to start with, which is the draw plus the extra mana. But we don't have any Ryze, and we don't have another shard to kind of level up Ryze, right? Opponent goes for it. We go for the Iron Akaboros. We get to kill the Devout. Also get to eat up the Rolling Sands. So we go like this. Boom. So we are taking 5, but it's not, you know, it's not impossible to deal with. I'm gonna go ahead and just summon the Elise before the opponent potentially has another rock hopper. Okay, it's just gonna be the sand spinner. We can destroy the equipment. Do I want to destroy that Darking Fan? I kind of do, to be honest. I kind of do. The Darking Fan is kind of putting a lot of pressure on us. We could also just pass here. Vengeance the Aatrox. But then we're taking sits. But then we're taking sits from the Makai plus another 2 because the opponent will be able to kill the Elise. Actually, that's not true because we have access to Ionia Boros, right? So because we have access to Ionia Boros, we can protect against the Makai Sand Spinner. So we're only taking 2 from... We're only taking the 2 from the Dragon. And if the opponent gets greedy, we can Bow Feast. Okay. That's even better now. So we eat up the Rolling Sands and the opponent still cannot attack. This is going to be kind of annoying as well. Ah, he has a freaking Resurrection. Are you kidding me? I kind of like Quietus. I kind of like Quietus here. I think I don't want to take that damage from that equip unit. I don't want to take the Dragon Link damage. Opponent could... Oh, come on. Are you serious? At least it gives me the chance of playing the minion now. Opponent could trade with both their units and then we just take 5. They should just be putting a lot of pressure here. Or they can just do like this. This also works. And then just keep all their units alive. Yeah, this is probably the best that they could do. Question is, do we glimpse? If the opponent took that attack like that, I think we actually do have to glimpse. Wow. Alright. Aatrox, that's gonna be 11. Yeah, we should definitely glimpse. We should definitely glimpse. He also negates them the World Ender trigger, right? So by glimpsing here, we're also denying them the trigger on the World Ender. The problem is that he has 5. He has a 5 damage unit here. He has a 5 power unit here that I cannot do anything about. We haven't gotten any other thing here that we could potentially use. At most, World Ender technically could also get the thing enabled. So maybe we actually start with the Quietus here. Maybe we start with the Quietus here, get rid of the Halberd, so that the opponent cannot just bring back all their units. Yep, because they're just gonna World Ender right away. I'm actually okay with this World Ender, right? Okay, alright. So we're gonna have to go... I really want to use this. Like this is the problem with the Ryze decks, right? The problem with the Ryze decks right now is that you're losing too much pressure by trying to just survive. So like I'm not able to actually dig for my cards or dig for my Ryze or my other Delve into the Past because I'm so worried about actually surviving. Now next turn we have 10 mana, which is just enough for... Okay, well... It's just enough for Vengeance. So we can Vengeance the Aatrox, I guess. We can Vengeance the Aatrox and then freeze the second one if we need to. Opponent's gonna probably play World Ender. Maybe the minion was a mistake because we knew that the opponent was keeping enough mana, but like they had triple Aatrox. The best thing the opponent could do for us right now is start with the World Ender. Like, if they start with the World Ender, they tap out a Rite of Negation. Okay, they don't start with that. So we're gonna have to just go like this. I'm not gonna commit the freeze yet in case that the opponent has Rite of Negation. They don't have it. I don't think it's gonna matter much. All the opponent needs to do is just 1 point of damage and we lose. The Rune Prison is probably the best for the stun. Right? We probably need the stun more than anything else. Opponent's just gonna World Ender again. This is interesting. This is interesting. We cool Quacktus now, right? But like all that does, it doesn't really do anything here. I think the Quacktus is better to stop the assimilation of a different equipment. There you go. So I think the Quacktus is better here. That way the opponent doesn't get that equipment, doesn't get the Darking for free. Because they're definitely just gonna try to World Ender here shortly. Now we have a freeze for the Aatrox. We also have a stun now. We have blockers, stuns. So we're not completely dead per se. But we're also not in a great spot, right? We can actually get rid of one of their units, which at this point actually matters, right? So we can get rid of their Rockhopper, which actually matters. We can have the minion, have the freeze, have the Anakaboros. Imagine if we have Ryze, right? If we have Ryze, this would be pretty good. I think opponent's getting really greedy about when they use the World Ender. Yeah, I was gonna say, you have to just use it. You have to just use it, level up your Aatrox, and now all your Darking are gonna cost less, right? Now again, we have the stun, remember that. We have the stun, which is amazing. We can keep this minion here to block the Sand Spinner. When against the Solani? We still have the freeze. We still have the freeze, so we might be okay. And now we have the dub into the pass. So if we do this, we still stay with 2 mana and the Rune Prison costs 0. And we also get to heal too. I mean, I don't think this is gonna matter a lot. But now if we get the Ryze, we're gonna be in a good spot, right? I kind of wanted to get the draw. We still get the 2 mana back. We have the 0 cost stun. We have a freeze. The punish here is if the opponent has any other unit that they can play. Oh, wow. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is this actually happening? Is this actually happening? If we freeze the Solani, I guess opponent could have access to... Opponent could have access to the Divine Negation, right? So we want to make sure that we freeze one of them. Which one do we want to freeze? The Aatrox or the Solani? I guess we do damage to the Solani. The Aatrox has regen, so it makes the most sense to freeze the Solani. That way we get damage on her. And we could potentially set her up to die to the Black Spear. So now the Solani will die to the Black Spear, which is not bad. But I don't think it's Black Spear time. I think it's going to be Ryze time. Right? So we absolutely need to just go for Ryze. Black Spear is not even activated anyways. And we just have to hope that the opponent doesn't have double strike. We probably should do a second time trick, to be honest. We should probably do the second time trick and look for the Divine Negation or the freeze. But let's just go for it. We have Spell Shield. So opponent needs to have 2 strikes. Opponent needs to have 2 strikes to really deal with this. We already know that they used one of the Aatrox earlier in the game. So there's a good chance that they don't have it. I did misplay by not playing the second time trick though. They do have it.
Now you will understand.
So we need the freeze, the vengeance. We need freeze, vengeance, or second Ryze. That also works. So now opponent has 5 mana and needs to do the same thing again. And then we play second Ryze.
I long for the day when this is over.
Yeah, so the Tanchi was always better last time because we also didn't have as many. Oh, and we get to see it. We get to see it. Oh my goodness. The opponent put so much pressure on us. Kind of nutty that we actually were able to stabilize and actually get the win. Oh, that felt good. GG's. In this matchup, we went against Freljord, Zoe, Kayle. Ha! What are we running against here? Honestly, Ruination seems very tempting, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe not right now. We have Bile Feast for the Zoe, but unfortunately the opponent is actually on turn 2, which is actually bad for us in this matchup, because it means that the opponent can do Zoe into the Darkening Spear. So I'd rather actually the opponent not have access to like Zoe into Darkening Spear, but opponent ended up not playing it, so... I think I like this Quietus. I like this Quietus. And just not dealing with this Esmus. We don't have any... I'm gonna draw here first instead of doing Tantric. Because Tantric is better once you have a lot of Delve into the past in your deck. But without Ryze, we don't have that many in our deck. So we only have 6. I say that's not many, but obviously with Ryze, it like starts adding up. I did not think it was going to be a Starlight Seer deck, otherwise I probably would should have saved the Quietus for that. But we ended up getting the second Quietus anyways, so we're just going to go like this and just kill the Starlight Seer. It is probably time. I'm going to let the opponent attack with the Omen Hawk so that we can Black Spear this Esmus. So we can trade the Omen Hawk and also Black Spear the Esmus. Which I think I'm good with that. Boom. And then so we cannot Deep Meditation. Maybe the opponent's gonna try to save this Esmus here. We can Deep Meditation, keep thinning out our deck. I need Ryze. I think if I get Ryze, this is looking pretty good for us. Vengeance will also be really nice, but we do have Ruination if the Kayle becomes a problem. The problem is the Kayle spell, right? So the Kayle Divine Judgment is really problematic. We do have the Freeze though, which kind of saves us against that now. No Ryze yet, and nothing. I got nothing. I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I got nothing. Huh. It's a Revnat deck. It's a Revnat deck. Wow. Oh. You know, I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I should have probably gone for the draw. Probably should have gone for the draw, to be honest. Although the mana is nice. The mana is nice. It makes it so that all this mana that we're spending on the shards is like not relevant. There we go. It's an Anaka Revnat deck. Okay. So it's Anaka and Revnat. So that's where my Quietus probably should have been saved for, to be honest. But I'm just hoping that the opponent doesn't get to that point, right? Let's go Ryze.
Always fight and always
we have ways to save Ryze because we have access to Entomb. So that's why I'm okay dropping Ryze just like this. I want to save Vengeance to just drop it on the Kayle as soon as she comes down. Because I want to drop Vengeance on Kayle before the opponent has access to Divine Judgment. Okay, that's not a Kayle. That is not a Kayle. Instead, it's a very big Wandering Shepherd. Ah, okay. That's a very big Wandering... Oh, because of the Revnat.
Anyone seen any sheep around here? I lost mine.
Guess we can go here. Start working on the delves. The weakest. Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and do this one. We can start killing that Revnat slowly. The problem is that the opponent's just gonna get a Naka, right? The opponent's just gonna get to play a Naka here. If we kill that Revnat and transfer over that equipment, which could be pretty problematic for us. We could go Bile Feast here, just so that we have another blocker. And set up so that Omen Hawk dies to the well. We just need one more to level up the Ryze, and then we can start doing some other shenanigans. Opponent has a... Okay, perfect. So we can do this. I think my concern... Alright, so we have to vengeance this Kayle, right? Can we just go... Can we go up to the pass first? Rune Prison is pretty good. So the Rune Prison is actually amazing because now I can just stun the Kayle instead of vengeancing her.
My name is Ryze.
So now we can stun her,
I am the Rune Mage.
which is really good. We probably should just kill her though, but stunning her is also not bad. The opponent loses the 4-2. And they need to start worrying about this Ryze just winning us the game. Okay, they're gonna remove the spell shield, so now I know that the opponent has no access to... Now I know that the opponent has no access to a Bastion, right? They could still have access to the 2-cost spell shield, which, yeah, could be problematic. But I was just hoping that they wouldn't have it. Do we put damage on our Ryze? I think we do. I think at this point we can put damage on the Ryze. Just go like this. I'm a little bit concerned about how little value we have here with this hand. Unless we draw a second dumb into the pass, it's gonna be really problematic. Yeah, this is problematic. I wonder if I'm ever supposed to do this. I'm gonna set up the Ruination. I think I'm going this way. I think at this point we're gonna set up the Ruination. We get to kill the Omen Hawk here. Oh, opponent doesn't even kill the Ryze. Opponent doesn't even decide to kill the Ryze. Because opponent's gonna want to play Anaka. And I might just set up the Ruination and just hope that I get a second Ryze later. It might slow me down too much though. It might slow me down too much. I guess opponent now decided to go here, so maybe we go here instead. This is scary. This is very scary. Yeah, I absolutely need to Ruination. Like, I need to Ruination. No, without a doubt I need to. I mean, I do have the Rune Prison, and I have multiple freezes. The Scout is actually super unfortunate. Scout and Overwhelm. Kind of percent. I mean, I guess I can stun this, right? I can start with the stun on the Scout.
This cannot stand.
I can start with the stun on the Scout, get another stun with the Depth on the Pass. So it's not impossible. I could get double the stun. Maybe we don't need to actually Ruination anymore. And we can just play for the last Rune Stun. Nope. Nope, no. Is that still the play? Okay, so let's think about this, right? If I Entomb the Anaka, she just comes back next turn, right? I like the Ruination. I think this is the best Ruination that we're gonna get. It sucks because Ryze is so close to winning us the game. But we have to just play for the second Ryze. We're literally killing their whole war. It's too good to pass up. Fortunately, we end up not being able to. I mean, we can still stun it, right? So we can still stun it, so that's not bad. Yeah. I mean, he knows what I'm gonna do. Actually, do we even stun it anymore? I mean, why not? We're gonna get another stun anyways, right? We're gonna get another stun anyways, so it makes no sense not to. What I should have done is Black Spear. I forgot about the Black Spear, by the way. I'm so good at this game, by the way. I'm actually so good at this game. You know, I told you that Ruination last time didn't matter. So I was just gonna top deck another Ryze. We play Ryze first, by the way, so that we get more shards in our deck. So that when we play the Shards of Violence, we have a higher chance of drawing the last one that we need. And there we go. So we end up getting the last one that we need. We have Spell Shield. Opponent only has 2 cards. Is opponent gonna be nice enough? Solani! Opponent got the Solani, but it's too late. We got the Ryze. Opponent actually got the Solani. Let us do it, opponent. Oh! Unforgiving Cold does nothing because we commit the attack and we win. Yeah, that Ruination felt so good. And that's why I like Ruination in this deck. It kind of gets us out of some sticky situations. So GG's. Thank you, opponent, for letting us play the animation. Everybody else usually quits before that. I appreciate you. In this matchup, we're going against Ryze Ionia. So Ryze Ionia versus Ryze Shadowlands. This matchups are always going to be a competition of whoever can get to like their Ryze first. I'm gonna hard mulligan for Ryze while keeping one Delve into the Past, because having Delve into the Past is also pretty good. But having Ryze first is such a huge advantage, unfortunately. Let's go Aristocrat, and I think I might just I might actually Glimpse. I might actually Glimpse. Just so that we can actually try to get our Ryze.
With my spirit.
I guess we can wait for the Glimpse now, right? we can wait for the Glimpse so that we can actually kill this Eye of the Dragon. So we're gonna go like this, and that way we can Black Spear the Eye of the Dragon, and we can also now enable our Deep Meditation. This is not bad. Yeah, this is the Delve into the Past. It's interesting. So by playing Ionia, you get access to Eye of the Dragon. And all the Delve into the Past lets you
Gives to those who listen.
Lets you like just get a lot of value here, right? Do we even do this actually? What if we just Tantric instead? I don't even think I care about the Eye of the Dragons. I think I'd rather just Tantric. I don't get the Ryze, right? I don't get the Ryze, which really sucks. We're gonna Deep Meditation and then Tantric again.
What right do I have to use a world?
Opponent obviously has theirs, of course. Yeah, opponent gets theirs, which is really sad. Can't even kill that Ryze because it's freaking denied. That's our Ryze. I think it's important that we have Ryze enabled.
All mean well.
I think that's a mistake, by the way, because now the Ryze is vulnerable to a Black Spear. I think it's important for us to have our Ryze enabled. I think opponent might be trying to damage our Ryze by going for... Like if they get... You know what? I need to play Ryze. I need to play Ryze. Even if the opponent has the Runestone that damages Ryze, I think I need to go for it. Because I need to start putting the... I need to start putting the Delve into the Past into my deck. Shower Violence, okay. So they just get the draw, nothing else. And the Reverence, right? They got two good ones though. They got two really good ones here. Wow, we don't have anything yet. So they're two ahead of us. They're gonna get Spell Shield here, right? They're gonna get Spell Shield, so now this Ryze is gonna be almost unkillable. If they have Deny backup, it's gonna be unkillable. If they tap out a Deny, we can always Vengeance. The other dragons are useless now, right? Again, I don't need to worry about them. My only concern here is not killing this Ryze now. I think I'm gonna have to slam it. I'm gonna have to slam it. I'm gonna have to slam it. Okay, they didn't get it, and they just tapped out a Deny. There's a chance that they have Deny from... There's a chance they have a Jump Solo Deny, right? There's a chance they have a Jump Solo Deny, which could be problematic. But I just gotta assume that they don't have it. I gotta assume that they did not hit the Jump Solo Deny. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Second Ryze is a problem still. Do I even care about this? Shadow of Betrayal? It doesn't really matter, right? I guess I might as well do this. Just in case.
That I alone must bear this.
It might allow us to remove the spell shield on our Ryze later on. Yeah, so opponent's gonna have the Ryze leveled up. Unfortunately, opponent started with the best two and we started with the worst two, right? We started with the worst two in our situation. Okay, now I need the heal. Now I need to actually heal so that our Ryze doesn't just straight up die. It has to be the draw. It has to be the draw. Even if our Ryze has a chance of dying, like if the opponent finds 2 more shards of betrayals, our Ryze does potentially die. We also need to commit a unit. Okay, well, if the opponent has the last one, we are going to lose our Ryze to the Shard Betrayals. We're gonna... Okay, opponent cannot... Yeah, opponent could do it now because they have the mana, yeah. So we might just lose our Ryze here. And they got it. Ah! So I had to go for the heal then, right? But I needed the draw, right? I think the draw was too important. We have a second Ryze anyways. So I think it's okay. We're gonna have to have Entomb enabled for us to kill their Ryze. I guess we have access to Tailstones to slow him down as well. That doesn't work, it just gives you a draw. I guess you're looking for the draw at this point. I guess they're looking for the draw at this point. They could have the Ryze here. They have the Ryze. So they have... wait, we're gonna have to slow down the Ryze.
What right do I have? It is time. I must fight.
So our only out here is gonna be Aftershock on the landmark.
Enough! This cannot stand.
Alright. Draw. I think the mana gem is probably too big anyways. None of this really matter, right? I think probably the draw is the most important one at this stage. The draw is probably the most important one. So we will have our Ryze leveled up. We can remove the spell shield with the Delve into the Past, and then we have to hope that we get the mana gem one. We have to hope that we get the Reverence one for us to have enough gem to then be able to entomb their Ryze. And then the opponent needs to not have access to deny. We could also just straight up win here too if we get a little bit lucky, because now we hit the Reverence.
And ours.
If we get a second one, we actually could straight up win. Unless the opponent has access to like Homecoming as well. Yeah, so here we have an... Okay. So, do we go for the win? We have to go for the win, right? The only way that we lose is Homecoming. The only way that we lose is Homecoming. If we instead decide to wait, then we're losing to potentially deny. That's the Homecoming that I was just talking about.
Now you will understand.
Okay, so... Opponent decided to recall their Ryze. They need to have a way to stop this Ryze. We have a problem. We're losing to deny next turn, right? Yeah, we're losing to deny next turn.
The darkened fell to madness, but the people can be.
So we're losing to deny next turn. We have enough to play well, right? So we do have enough to play the well into the Three Sisters, but we're still losing to deny. Opponent had attack. Opponent had what we talked about though, right? Opponent had access to the homecoming.
From the
I guess that double concussive palm also does it, right? Double concussive palm. He just needed to have 2 spells. He needed to have 2 spells no matter what. I'm okay with the opponent giving me information here. I'm okay with the opponent giving me information here. We need to kill this Ryze, but he has spell shield. We're losing to deny. We're losing to a second Ryze. Opponent's digging for the deny. Opponent's digging for the... Oh wait, they just tapped out a deny though. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, because they had to override, right? They had to override a shard. They don't have a shard. They don't have a shard. For some reason, I thought they had all 5 already. Because, no, we destroyed one. They never got another one. We destroyed it. We destroyed it. Man, why did I forget about that? We destroyed it. So now opponent needs to have a way to stop this Ryze this turn. So they need to have a homecoming. Oh man, we destroyed it. So he had to dig, right? The opponent had to dig with the last shard, and they didn't top deck it. So they had to actually pay this. Oh, we got lucky. We got lucky that they didn't top deck another shard. So that's where Aftershock can come and clutch in the mirror. GG's. In this match, we're going against Samson playing Gwen, Katarina, Elise. Well, this is a bad matchup for us. I can tell you that right away because it's going to be a lot of pressure. To the point that I actually think I need to keep all these cards, like Battle Feast in Build Token. This lets us deal with the Katarina. This lets us deal with the early pressure. We do have Ryze early on, which is not bad. But the Ryze is vulnerable to like block and stuff like that. Okay, this is actually a really good hand. This is a good hand. This is a good hand. We can Quietus this, right? So we can Quietus this so that a Ghastly Band doesn't get summoned. So that's pretty good. Do we delve into the past right now? I think so. Oh, perfect. That's the best one I could have gotten. Now, obviously, the punish here is going to be like Katarina, but the opponent didn't get it. But this is literally the best one we could have gotten. I'm okay taking the 5 damage. I'm okay taking this 5 damage next turn. Maybe it's going to be more because of Gwen. 5, 10. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go here. I guess we can Battle Feast the host. We could Battle Feast that host, save ourselves 2 damage. We're gonna have the Shadow Reverence giving us some extra mana next turn. Because the thing about Ryze is that you want to get those Delve into the Past into your deck as early as possible. It's literally the way that you can actually try to turbo level, and there we go. We got a bunch of them. So I like the Shadow Betrayal so that we can kill the rear guard and have 1 less unit to worry about. And we're gonna be able to trigger it again, allowing us to kill like a Katarina if the opponent summons Katarina. We're also gonna be leveling up Ryze because we ended up top decking the last Delve into the Past. So here we go. I kinda like the Rune Prison over the draw. I like the Rune Prison over the draw because I feel like I'm gonna need the stun. So this gives me the stun. Also, by the way, because the reason, this is why I think like getting the spell mana one is literally the best thing, right? Getting the spell mana is literally the best one because it lets you just do all these shenanigans right here. Now this will let them level up the Gwen, which is a little bit annoying, but not true because I can just block with the Ryze, right? Like if the opponent attacks it with Gwen, I can just block with the Ryze. And actually Gwen level up is better for us because we get the Rune Prison. We could also just Rune Prison right now, the Rune Reckoner, right? Because when we attack with the Ryze, we're gonna get another Rune Prison from activating everything again. Okay, so opponent decides to go here instead. So what if we go like this?
Why won't you listen?
Does this ever make sense? This loses us to block, and we could also just glimpse. We could also just glimpse and have, oh, we can just Rune Prison now and get another one. Because I'm kind of scared of doing this and losing to a flock. I'm kind of scared of losing to like a flock kind of thing, right?
Enough. I know what must be done.
I'm gonna go like this. If I block with Ryze, opponent's gonna have to have 2 spells, and we can potentially kill. You know what?
Your distance.
Ha! We kill him with well. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it, and just kill the Gwen with the well.
No matter their resolve,
I'm gonna just try to kill Gwen with the well. This is risky, right? Because now we lose to double flock, or lose to a Battle Fist plus a flock. Because our Ryze is gonna be vulnerable. The spell sheet is very easy to remove. We can well the Gwen, or you know, if we had a Battle Fist, we could have done that too. We don't get another. We need another delve into the past. That's why I was thinking that maybe the glimpse was actually better, right? So that's one of the reasons I was thinking the glimpse was actually probably better. We can go like this, because now we're in a position where we have no way to use this glimpse. This is rough. I think maybe it was correct not to put our Ryze into harm's range, right? Because now it also means that we will never be able to actually attack with this Ryze. And I still have this Rune Prison that I could use whenever I want, which I probably have to use it now, just so that we don't die to this, right? Because this is too much damage. The problem is that Ryze is just gonna get punished here. We might have to rely on drawing a second Ryze. I really need this delve into the past. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I need the draw. I think I need the draw, so that we could potentially draw into the last one. We don't get it. We don't get it. We do have Ruination for their Harrowing, which is very nice. We do have Ruination for their Harrowing. This is 4-7, 9, 10, and we just have to block. But the opponent can just buff this up, and then we still have the stun. If we attack with Ryze, we're asking to be punished as well. What if we go like this? What if we go Aftershock right now? Set this up for like a second well or a Battle Feast, so that maybe we don't have to block with the Ryze. Okay, so now we just lose then, right? I guess 4, 7, 9. I guess we live at 1. We live at 1. We live at 1, and our Ryze stays alive. Because we have the Rune Prison. We just stun the Reckoner. 4, 6, 9. Yeah, so we stay at 1. We go like this. Oh, wow. This is close. This is very, very close. I like the time trick. We get it. This gives us another draw. Makes it so our Ryze is finishing the game. And it gives us another Rune Prison to protect us against anything that the opponent might have, right? So this protects us against anything that the opponent might have. And this is the Rune Prison is so good. The Rune Prison is so good in this deck. You have to kill this. So you have to have like... It's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. I guess it kind of is. No, it's not enough. Because, again, the Rune Prison saves us, right? So we're able to stun the Gwen. And the Gwen is... No, the Gwen still goes through, right? It doesn't cancel it anymore. So he does get there. He does get there. It doesn't cancel anymore. Wow. He got there. He got there. He doesn't cancel it anymore, right? Because they changed it. So he has just enough. He has just enough to survive. If I had a Biofeast instead of... I needed to get Biofeast then, right? Yeah, I had to be glimpse into Biofeast for us to survive and potentially get to play for the second Ryze. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Annie Jhin. So Annie Jhin, obviously a lot of aggro. We do play Biofeast and we do play some cheap blockers. We get the Well. The Delving to the Past seems greedy to me. But I also feel like I need to keep it. Opponent also kept their full hand. Because it's the way that I win this game, right? I need to at some point get their heal or the one that hits the opponent's units to start getting rid of the opponent's units.
No one's the wiser.
I hate Saboteur. If the opponent doesn't open, we have Biofeast at least. But the opponent should always open here. They don't open. Alright, I'm gonna Biofeast. I think it's fine to actually go this Biofeast now. It stops 1 damage and also a skill. And we can just block this rearguard and set it up for a Well. Or... no, we always just block the rearguard, right? We block the rearguard and set up for the Well. That way the Well kills both units. Even if we take an extra damage next turn. Now, if we do Delve into the Past, we're not gonna have enough mana, so... kind of like the Elise instead.
In the shadow.
Gives me another blocker, and maybe I don't have to do the Well. Okay, yeah. And we can now block this rearguard with my Spiderling and block whatever other unit the opponent summons. Okay, so this is looking good so far because we drew the Well. We can kill the Rocky and the Bone and the rearguard with this Well. But opponent might have a stun, right? Opponent might have a stun. No! Wait, that's the worst open attack I've ever seen in my life. Literally does 0 damage. This is game. Literally, the open attack is probably the worst thing that could... like, I telegraphed the Well so much by blocking the rearguard, right? And you gave it so that we get favorable trades everywhere. So now this thing's trade here. Yeah, you get to do 3 damage, but at least stays on the field. Which means that we get another Spiderling and we have another blocker now. We always have to open with the Elise. You lose your Bonkuroki. You have 2 cards left and we have a second Well, which is going to give us another 3 health. And now we can potentially get into the delving to the past that gives us the healing runestone, which is even better. Rocky? We could kill that, to be honest. We could kill that with Glimpse. Is that worth it? Nah, let's go here first. Let's go here first, right? Let's go here. Now we can kill that with Well or with any of our blockers. If the opponent gets greedy and develops next turn, which I will absolutely think they have to, right? So when the opponent develops next turn, we can go for a second Delve into the Past, which is going to kill the Bunkuroki. So we take 2 by keeping this alive this turn. Yeah, I think this is still the best way to do it. We go Delve. And we get the healing one. And now we heal 2 as well as kill the Bunkuroki. We take an additional damage from the Tusk Speaker, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world.
If you do
Stage
not
hand.
have a part to play, take one.
Let's go hapless, right? I guess we're gonna just go ahead and take 3 instead. So opponent should still be almost dead now. We're gonna glimpse. We're gonna glimpse, right? So we're gonna just glimpse here. That way we get a bunch of new cards. We still have 2 blockers. We have a bunch of blockers. We can go for Deep Meditation because we did use 1 Delve into the Past. We still have the Well. And that should be game. Especially if we get another Delve into the Past from this. And there it is. We get mana. Actually, let's go for the draw. But it doesn't matter because we're going to heal as well as kill their attacker. Right? Because the 2 runestones that we have are going to trigger. So we get to heal 2, kill their attacker, and either we draw or we get extra mana. Either way, will have been GG's for the opponent. In this match, we're going against Ryze Twisted Fate. So opponent's trying out the deck that I suggested the other day that kind of just turbo levels Twisted Fate. Maybe because of that we want to keep the Tailstones. It's a nice way to kill Twisted Fate, right? It's a really nice way to kill Twisted Fate with the Aftershock. Or potentially like disrupt their Ryze game plan by destroying the landmark. Unfortunately, we don't have Ryze. Whoever gets Ryze here has a huge advantage. So whoever gets Ryze gets a huge advantage. Fortunately for us, we have triple Delve into the Past. So it's not that bad. Okay, that Rune Prison is worthless, so I don't think I need to destroy that one yet. Yeah, the Rune Prison is worthless, so I'm okay with letting that stay. I actually was considering going for Aftershock if the opponent would have gotten the one that gives mana gems. The problem here again is that the opponent has Ryze, and we're not gonna have Ryze, and it's gonna feel really bad. Now we are gonna be able to draw a lot because we got the Violence one early on, but still not looking great. Ooh, that's not a Ryze. That is not a Ryze. What if we just Delve? We have a 66% chance of hitting the one that does damage. We don't get it. We don't get it, huh? I guess we can hit it. We guarantee a next turn, so we can try to kill that Twisted Fate. Okay, that's not bad because we can go Rune, Delve into the Past. We can Deep Meditation. Actually, we're gonna overdraw.
Looks like trouble.
Okay, opponent also gave it to us. I mean, I'm cool with that. So now we're guaranteed to kill Twisted Fate no matter what. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, opponent. We're guaranteed to kill Twisted Fate here unless the opponent has Iron Akaboros. And if they have Iron Akaboros, then obviously I'm committing the Aftershock to actually be able to kill Twisted Fate. Now all we're looking for is Ryze. Unfortunately, I guess we can go... Ooh, bye-bye Twisted Fate. I guess we can go Elise into Deep Meditation, but then we still overdraw by 1. So the only way for us to not overdraw... You had the eye. The eye wouldn't have died. The only way for us to not overdraw is to actually go Aristocrat, Deep Meditation, and then Aristocrat again. So we go like this.
Where are you?
So now we're looking for Ryze. We're looking for Ryze. And there we go. I'm gonna just slam him right now. I'm gonna slam him right now because he lets me trigger all the World Wounds one more time. An opponent shouldn't have a way to actually remove the Ryze here, especially now with us having Spell Shield. An opponent doesn't have like Vengeance, for example, right? Now, the scary part about attacking with Ryze is if the opponent has a second Iron Akaboros, then that takes the Tentacle to 4. So maybe I have to be careful about that. But I don't think I care about that, actually, because if the opponent blocks, I get the Mana Gem, and I can go double Battle Feast and just kill the Tentacle. Yeah, okay, that sucks. So yeah, the opponent's win condition is literally Twisted Fate, right? And they didn't get there. The other bad thing about attacking here is that it means that we're going to be getting hit by this... Oh no, opponent tapped out of Rune Prison, never mind. I was going to say the Rune Prison will be kind of annoying, but opponent tapped out of it, so... Let's just go here, trigger everything, we get the mana gem, we get the draw. And that's the last Delve into the Past. That's the last Delve into the Past. So... I kind of don't want to use it now, because if I use it now, I'm obviously going to draw, right? If I use it now, I'm going to be drawing. We can just wait until next turn. So I don't want to draw with the Shower Balance, because I was going to overdraw. Second Deep Meditation, that's great. Opponent needs to find a way to kill Ryze this turn. Okay. All I need to do is just heal the Ryze, right? If I heal Ryze, how is the opponent beating us? With 5 mana, I don't think opponent has a way to kill this Ryze. We have a Time Trick as well, so we could get a second Ryze. Oh, they're gonna have Crumble. No, Crumble doesn't work. Oh, Crumble doesn't work, my friend. Because Crumble requires a unit, and we just killed your unit. So they were gonna crumble, but the crumble does not work because we just killed a unit. I was trying to think if crumble lets you sacrifice a landmark, and I don't think it does. We can check it out real quick after this game, but I'm pretty sure crumble only lets you sacrifice a unit, right? So if we go here, crumble, kill an ally to kill a unit or destroy. Yeah, so you have to kill an ally. I was getting confused because it lets you destroy a landmark. So yeah, the moment that we trigger the stone that kills their unit, they had no way to actually kill a Ryze. So GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's games. We got to see a few games where Ryze actually just got the animation off. A lot of opponents just quit. The moment that you have Ryze and the 5 landmarks, they just surrender. So I'm very thankful for those couple of opponents that actually ended up helping and staying in the game. Actually, you know, let me give you a shout out right here. Let me open up the games. Joe Soy Finn, thank you so much for staying and letting us see the animation. And then I think it was our last game as well. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry. Kanto. Also appreciate you staying and letting us see the full animation. Means a lot. Everybody else that surrender, I don't blame you for surrendering. I guess you're saving time, but you know, let us see the animation. Ryze is a new champion. You can sit there for a couple extra seconds for us. But yeah, thank you for those players. I appreciate you. Anyways, this deck I think is fun. In terms of mulligan, it's a little bit complicated, right? In my mulligan, I really want to see Ryze. I really want to see Ryze in my hand early, but I also want to see the Delve into the Past. So what I found out as I keep playing this deck is that I want to hard mulligan for Delve into the Past and Ryze, and that's the only thing I want to keep in my hand. However, depending on the matchup, you might need to keep other things, right? Like if you're going against like a Kayn or an Aatrox deck or a Bane deck that relies a lot on equipment, you might want to keep Quietus. If you're going against aggro, you might want to keep Battle Feast, right? You want to keep Elise if you feel like you're going to need early chump blockers, etc. But I think you really benefit a lot from actually just having Ryze and Delve into the Past into your hand. So if you see those in your hand, just keep them in your hand and kind of decide the rest of your mulligan based on that. But anyways, hope you enjoyed today's game. Like I mentioned in the video, tomorrow is going to be a Kayle video, and then we're going to save Aatrox for Friday because everybody's going to be playing Aatrox, so, you know, whatever. Hope if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. Winter Wolf, thank you for the follow, even though I'm not streaming on Twitch. I just want to, you know, that I didn't miss you. Talking of that, you can also find us on Twitch, right? You can find us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund, where we stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.